Gaffer Cup's out the way, back to league action on Saturday against Swindon Town, expecting a tough test against a side who've started very well this season.
Yeah, I think Swindon are a big club at this level, and whenever they're in this division, they'll always be one of the favourites at the top end. So, and they've started the season really well, so we know it's going to be a tough game. But if we look back at our previous games, there hasn't been any easy ones anyway. So, I'm not expecting it to be any different on Saturday. But what we've got to focus on is what we bring to the game, how we perform, and I've been really pleased with the players over the last few weeks. I think their commitment to the game has been excellent, and we've picked up some good results. But it has to continue, and we have to continue to find that improvement each week.
Do you feel that in a roundabout way, playing two League One sides has been quite good preparation?
I don't know. Listen, we've played good teams, so I think whenever you're playing against good teams, you have to improve your performance. You have to be as best you can to get results, and we have got results. So that stands us in good stead. But it is a different opponent, and we have to focus on what's important on Saturday, not what was important last week. But the things that we're looking for are continuing to be the same things. We work on them on the training pitch. I think the players are understanding it and more clearly, and taking it onto the pitch. So for me, it's about continuing our performances, and if we get our focus right on what we can do and what we can bring to the game, that's our best opportunity of winning.
The squad looking okay. Obviously, we saw the changes on Tuesday, and we've talked about that, how pleased you were with the changes. But is everyone who's been going in the league okay? There's a couple of niggles, and there's a couple from Tuesday as well. So we're just going to look at them in the morning to see if they can be ready, fully fit. It's important that whoever we pick is as close to 100% as possible. It's never the case once you start the season. Everyone's carrying some bumps or bruises, but as long as it doesn't impact on their own performance, then they give themselves the best opportunity of being picked. But so we'll just have a look at them in the morning before finalising our team. But we have enough available already to put a very good team out there. So that's what we've got to focus on. But we'll see how they are tomorrow. Of course, found out last night the Burton replay on Tuesday. Does that change your planning and thoughts too much for after the game? What's your thoughts?
Well, no. We were told it would be the week after because of internationals, but so we're planning on a different training week next week. But that's nothing major. We got told yesterday about the game on Tuesday. But so, listen, we know we have to go down there. I said after the game last week, we have to go down there and play a very good team, try and win the game. We want to get through. But our focus at the minute is on Swindon. It's really important that we don't look too far ahead. And when Tuesday comes around, we'll be ready. But the biggest thing we got to be ready for is Saturday. So that's all we're talking about. That's all we're preparing for.
Right. Cheers, Gaffer.
Okay.
Graham, just a few questions on Liam Hogan's return, if that's all right from me.
Yeah.
Tuesday couldn't really have gone any better for him. A goal at his former club, on his return, first game back since Wembley.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on his return?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a blow to us at the start of the season, because we had a team sort of in our heads and planned and ready for the start of the season. Then obviously losing Hogs was a major blow to what we were doing, because we'd worked on in pre-season, the majority of pre-season with him in the team, and then he unfortunately picked up quite a nasty injury, which was quite a delicate situation. We did think he would be out for quite a bit longer than this, at least until the new year. So he's worked exceptionally hard with the physios and himself to come back at this quickly. But I must say we've tried to have a lot of common sense with his rehab, because it was you don't want to mess with someone's future life, and when you get an injury in your neck, it's important that we do everything right. And we haven't cut corners, we haven't rushed him along. He's been back in training for a few weeks now. He's played a few games behind the scenes and bounce games, and he's been chomping at the bit to get the opportunity to play. So it was good to get him back into the team on Tuesday. And like you say, I thought him as well as everybody else was exceptional in their performance. So, we know what Hoagie can bring to us with his leadership qualities and what he brings just as a player. So we'll see if he's ready for Saturday, because we have to just make sure he's right. After playing his first full game, like you say, since the playoff final, it's quite a while ago.
And how good is it to have not just a player of his ability back and available in the squad, but a character like him actually on the training pitch as well?
Yeah, well, like I say, he's been back with us for a few weeks, but even when he was not training with us, we tried to get him around the squad and in the change rooms at games and coming to a couple of away games with us, because he is a proper leader of that group, and his value goes beyond what his footballing abilities are. So we felt we needed to keep him involved around it. When we were having that tough patch, because he cares deeply about the club. He cares deeply about the rest of the players, and but I know underneath everything and all that, he's a player. He's desperate to play. So he's trained exceptionally hard and worked as hard as he can on his fitness. But nothing can actually, you can't copy or recreate matches before matches. So we need to get him out game time as often as possible.
And do you think that his return's been a boost for maybe even some of the younger players looking up to him?
I would think so. I think the more players who are respected by their peers you can get in around the squad is good. But he knows as well as anyone he has to earn his spot in the team. Just being the club captain and his character is enough just to get in the team. We pick the team on merit and on performance, and he understands that as well as every other pro in our squad. It's and what I would say is they understand that really well. The players, when we do make decisions that they obviously doesn't suit them, but it suits the team, or we believe it suits the team, they're very respectful for that decision, and they're always giving the team that starts there full support. So I think that sort of environment starts with your senior players and with your captain, and certainly Hogs is one of a group of senior players that support the changing room very well. So it's good to have him back.
And is it almost easy to forget that, on Salford's first season back in the Football League, that they've had to deal with it without the club captain? Do you think almost deserve a bit more credit for the fact that you've done what you've done without the club captain?
Plus we've had 3 goalkeepers as well.
Yeah.
So it's like I say, I think look, the start of the season has been challenging for many different reasons, but we try not to make excuses. We try to deal with what we can control. You can't control people getting injured at the last minute. Nilo playing a couple of games with broken fingers, and Carl Leathern coming in and him getting injured, and us having to find Mark Howard. So it's been fragmented, I think, but it's part of the challenges that you face. You don't always face them all at one go, I must admit, but it seemed to be that case. But I think we've come through that period. I think it's made us stronger. I think it's made us question things and look closely at things to make sure we're prepared for things like this. But certainly, I feel we've been quite unlucky with a few injuries this season. Luke Armstrong came in as our only addition really to the front line and was injured for six or 7 weeks. And Liam Hogan, like you say, Chris Neal and others. So it's been quite unusual for us, because I felt we had a couple of injuries at the start of last season, but in the main we were quite fortunate. But looks like we were saving them all up for this season. But hopefully we've touch wood, we got over the worst of it, and the players are available, and they're a hardy bunch. You know what I mean? As individuals, they're tough boys. They don't drop out of games for nothing. But I must say, it's good to have them back.